Morning.
Morning.
Like week 2 or something.
Yeah.
So this is our morning routine now that we're out of bacon and out of eggs and 4 hours down a dirt road into the desert. So it's coffee and oatmeal from here on in.
Breakfast station.
And also being in the desert, firewood's not super plentiful. So the goal every morning is to use the least amount of firewood to bring a pot of water to a boil. It's become this like fun little game every morning. So I'd say mission accomplished. I've already got my oatmeal, coffee's brewed, and it's just a little bit of boiling water left over for Sandra.
Yay.
Still got a good pile of what's called leña.
Sí.
That's the word for firewood. Madera wood.
Español?
Leña. I don't know why.
I know, right? I know.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. And I am very excited. So Kyle has black coffee. I do not. And this, I'm excited to try in my coffee today. This is vanilla ice cream flavored milk. I think it's gonna be super delish. And these were some leftover party wedding favors from a wedding we worked back in 2023, and they're finally coming in handy.
Uh-oh, there's our dog. All right, so this is El Cardón, not Punta Diablo, despite what our map says. Turns out a lot of names on maps and Google Maps and what the locals say don't match up.
Yeah.
But this is a super fun little right point break. It's got kind of like enough steepness to it that it's like good enough for me to ride my 510 kind of fun board. And it's a low tide only wave. I mean, there's literally no wave. And from the day we've got here till today, it just has been getting like a little bit smaller each day. But the day we arrived was definitely the best. We came in right as we were hitting low tide and the high tide was just about to push back in. Some amazing sets were just starting to roll through, and the timing was just perfect. Even the neighbor was like, "Did you time that?" And I was like, "No, I think we just got lucky." It turns out we really did. Now that I've gotten to know the spot for a few days, I'm like, yeah, we really got lucky. That first session was by far the best session here. And yeah, but north of here, south of here, there's just endless right point breaks. This is the famous Seven Sisters area, so it's a very well-known area. I mean, it's not exactly a secret, that's for sure. But I don't know, it's just not super crowded. We talked to some other people who said like he remembers times like even like a year ago where there would be like just so many vehicles like in Santa Rosalita here, all the spots, and like I don't know, it's just kind of a game of roulette. You know, you just kind of show up to different spots and you hope the wind and the tide and the swell all lines up with the weather, and somehow if you get really lucky, there's not very many people there either. So we've had a great lineup of really fun, you know, engaging people. We've already made a bunch of friends here, and yeah, so it's been a good mix of people. You have people riding like short fishes, you have people riding probably a lot of mid-lengths, a lot of twin fins, and then a few long border single fin kind of people. Especially now, like yesterday I didn't surf. It just got to that size where it just gets a little silly. It's so small. But I watched the longboarders out there and they were definitely having some fun. So yeah, super awesome spot. We decided we're gonna stay for a couple more days. Looks like we might have some rain today, and so we figured we'd stick it out, wait an extra day or two after the rain just to make sure the road is dried out. The rain is super rare out here, but this is like one of the rainiest months. And we talked to the local guy that kind of manages the campground here, and he was like, yeah, like tiny bit of rain, if any. So I think we'll be pretty good. But yeah, super fun spot. So.
Oh, Cardón. So I thought it was cordon, like cordon bleu.
Yeah.
But I think it's spelled A. Cardón.
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 Yeah.
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 I'm curious to look.
Not.
I wonder what it means. That's a translation.
Yeah.
El Cardón. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
One more thing to look up.
But we got, yeah. And then a few people who were here went just north to Punta Diablo, which turns out is the next point. I thought it was Punta Maria, but I guess Maria or Santa Maria is the next point after that. Then the local guy was like, I wouldn't try it in two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So it sounds like El Diablo is a longer wave, but an even softer wave. So I think we're probably gonna skip that too. And again, Punta Cono, which is further up, again, like 4-wheel drive only. So I think we're good. I mean, we have an amazing camping spot. We're just like, we're getting waves, friendly people around.
Super friendly.
For any reason to go anywhere anytime soon.
Except for fish tacos in a couple days.
Oh yeah, we got, eventually we're gonna need more food.
Yeah.
And water.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Buddy's camp next to us with the puppy.
Yeah. Super nice people.
That's where the wave is. Do we have a story for you guys about this little nugget?
Hey, you wonder why I stand so tired this morning? Stay tuned. All right. As you can see behind me, it's getting a bit cloudy. We don't have any service out here, but the guy next to us has Starlink. He said we have a storm rolling in. This place is emptied out. There's 3 of us sticking it out for the storm. From what he said from the weather, it looks like the wind's gonna be pretty mild. It's gonna rain, he said maybe half an inch. So what that means is that a lot of the roads might get a little muddy. So by staying today, it kind of means we're going to be staying for probably like 2 to 3 days. It does look that after the rain comes, we have a few sunny days, so everything will dry up really quick. We have tons of water, we have food, and some of the campers that just left are going on a supply run, and they offered to pick us up some stuff, so they're going to bring us some more food as well. So we're pretty set up, and it's just us now. So just the 3 of us hanging out, waiting for the rain to roll in. We kind of hunkered down as best we could. We've kind of cleared out our awning. If the wind does pick up, we're just gonna quickly pack it in, just throw it in the front seat of the van and put the awning in real quick. So might get a little wet if it comes to that. But like I said, the forecast, it's really not calling for very strong winds. We're actually tucked in really low here. We have hills on every side of us. So it's about like, from where we've been so far, is probably the safest place we think we can be. We have a big hill to our left, to our right. So we're blocked actually from the west and the north and the south pretty well. Well, we're kind of open, kind of like, it would be kind of like the southwest. We can still get some wind coming straight into us from the ocean because we're right on the oceanfront property here. We got one of the best spots, I think, in the campground. And yeah, and then we got hills behind us as well. So that's kind of, get our directions here. West is kind of that way, north kind of that way, you know, east over there. And like I said, we're just like lower set than all of that. And where the water runs, because sometimes in these areas when you get a lot of rain elsewhere in the desert, like it doesn't seep into the ground, it kind of runs. So we've got ourselves positioned on like high enough ground, and we're kind of stayed out of the waterway, kind of next to us over here. It's gonna be, I don't know if we can see it, on the other side of these bushes. It does drop down a little bit, and that's kind of where the water runs. So I feel like this is probably one of the best places we can be for this little rare storm. And yeah, so we're hunkering down. We're just gonna hang out. Maybe we'll be able to surf this evening, who knows. Right now the wind's kind of just onshore. I don't know if that's gonna continue for the storm. So maybe a surf, maybe not, maybe just hang out. And yeah.
I'm just having the most random snack here when your food starts to get a little low. So, bag of refried beans, some totopos, nacho chips, and just a little sprinkle of salt, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's really doing it for me.
So until our neighbors get back with our roast chicken and wraps and stuff, we're kind of just eating whatever. We have a ton of food. It's just kind of random. We have like a flat of beans. We have a bunch of rice that we already pre-cooked. We have just like all sorts of snack, and different snacks. We have like 20 Laura bars.
Oh, true. Excellent.
Granola and crackers. We still have some cheese, so we'll make it work. Yeah, it's kind of fun actually now that everyone's kind of left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun little vibe.
It is, and the rain is just starting. So
Yeah.
let's see.
First drops.
Do you think if it does, should we like put the walls down?
Yeah. Yeah, if the rain starts blowing in a lot, it looks like the wind's coming this way, so might have to put these walls down. It's definitely going to come in a bit, so we'll just adjust as we need. But yeah, let you know how it goes. All right. Earlier we promised you a story about why Stan was so tired today. We'll start off with a little clue. See this? Stan's a pretty strong guy, turns out. This little piece of metal didn't look like it was sealed. I mean, I know these things are kind of clamped together, and that probably was the connection point. You know, there's no sign of soldering or anything. Like, it just looked like a fully intact ring. But
so last night we were cooking dinner. Kyle was cooking steaks. I was getting stuff ready in here for like eating dinner, and Stan was tied up outside. And then I kind of like had this realization that like haven't seen him. Like I'll just go check, make sure he's just there, I guess. And he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And Chip quickly came and ran inside, and he wasn't inside.
So we saw part of his leash. There's 3 parts to his leash that are all connected by climbing rope and carabiners, and one section was connected by this little metal piece. And so the leash was laying there, kind of facing off in that direction into the hills.
Which is where he's always wanting to go. I think that he like always gets a coyote scent from up there. And also yesterday I had like a little container of that glass that we collected with the lid on it, and we'd gone over to the next cove over, and when we came back it had been moved and there was some puncture holes in it. So we were pretty sure the coyote had been roaming around checking out camp because everyone had kind of cleared out. And Stan was like sniffing around a little bit differently yesterday. Like he seemed like there had been something in camp or around camp.
Yeah. And on top of that, we'd also heard there's another pit bull in camp actually, or a pit bull mix, and their dog twice once broke their leash, similar to Stan,
like a metal chain,
went off and chased some coyotes. Second time, chewed through the rope that they put on him. They got this strong rope. They're like, all right, he's not gonna break this. Chewed through it, chased the coyote again. They saw him up on the hills chasing the coyote, and they said they would just he was chasing the coyote, chasing, and then at one point they both got tired and just like laid down and looked at each other. So Stan, decided to take his opportunity, I guess. And it has been kind of one of his goals in life. Like whenever he sees coyotes in Canmore, he just really wants to go after them. So he finally achieved that last night.
So me and Kyle go walking up in the direction that he always seems to want to go when seems like he wants to go coyote hunting. Kyle was like, let's split up. You go that way, I'll go this way. And we just both go trekking off into the desert, calling and clapping and trying not to freak the fuck out because Stan is gone.
Yeah. Super scary, and the coyotes don't look super big, but seem to be a group of them, so we're obviously super nervous that they would try and gang up on them. And we kind of had that thought in our mind because we've heard that coyotes that live around towns like to lure out small animals like pets and stuff and attack them. And we're trying to stay calm because we also know they are wild animals and they generally don't like to risk themselves getting injured attacking a bigger animal because that usually spells death for them as well. And injury in this climate usually is death, for a lot of animals. So I was trying to keep that positive thought in my mind, but I was praying to PJ and being come on buddy, bring Stan back to us here. Super
You're both
scary.
asking PJ for help.
Yeah, definitely. And so we were yelling a bunch. We both kind of split off, and then I would take a moment and just would yell and then be really quiet, because I just thought, like, surely you would hear something. And then all of a sudden I hear his leash dragging on the ground kind of in the distance, and I'm like, holy shit. And
Kyle called out to me, love, and when he said that, I kind of was like, oh my gosh, this is a good sign, I think.
And then so I'm shining the light over, and Stan, I just see his little eyes in the distance, so excited to see me. He comes charging over, and like, just being the derp he is sometimes, he charges right through a bush that has like a scary looking cactus in it. And I'm like, Stan, you could just go around the bush, like, you know, but he's just so excited. He goes through the bush to get to me, through this cactus.
So
like,
when
oh my God.
So when I get there, I'm like quickly having a quick look at him, and he's got like 2 spikes like this long, just like sticking out of his chest, another one out of his arm. So we quickly pulled those out.
Yeah.
He was gassed, just like
exhausted,
panting, but like so relieved to find us, I think.
He's a fast dog, but I don't think he has it in him to catch a coyote.
And then
when he hustled.
And when he got back, he kept like doing that, his like kind of like choking cough sound, like he'd been choked out. And I was like, is it from when he like took off originally and like busted that ring open and just that pressure on his neck? Or I'm like, did his leash get stuck on something while he was running and like, you know, stop him? So we have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea. Only Stan knows at this point what happened. But just judging by the state of his paws and the thorns in his body, like, he definitely gave her out there and was like just in that instinctual mode that, you know, dogs, especially terrier type breeds, get into when they just get into that kill mode.
Just takes over.
Yeah, he broke a couple nails. Yeah,
2
so
of his nails in his back paws are like not great. He's been cleaning them like crazy, and just it's a little bit limpy today.
Yeah.
And it's just lots of scratches. His pads are a little bit cut up. So
yeah.
Poor little
Yeah, he was looking a little
We're really hoping maybe he learned something from this, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
We do it again.
We reinforced everything, all the connection to the leashes. I've added rope and extra carabiners, and like, I do think it's at a point where like, I don't think he can break through again. You know, we obviously keep him tied up here, you know, because we've been warned, and with all the reinforcements, I hope we're good now. You know, like I said, we were just cooking over the fire. We didn't even hear it. That was what was so crazy. Like, he must have just like bolted, broken the thing, and just, I don't know. It's also, we're next to the ocean, like we're right on the water, loud. And so it can be a bit loud. But yeah, so that was scariest moment of the trip so far, by far.
Stan's biggest adventure of his life, possibly.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Chasing a wild coyote way off into the desert in the Baja.
Yeah. It was nice. I'm glad we had heard from the neighbor that their pit bull had chased the coyotes twice, and nothing.
Didn't make it
you
too
know,
far.
so you kind of get the worst ideas in your heads, you know. So I was glad at least we, you know. But now, so that's the third. So.
And when we got back to camp, we like said to our neighbors, like, we got him, and they hadn't even barely heard us like yelling for him, because it's just very loud here. But our one buddy was like, we would have done a strike mission, like if he hadn't come back, and so that was really nice to hear.
You would have gotten his 4-wheel drive, and we would have taken the other dogs out to look for him. So there's a good community out here. You know, you all kind of take care of each other, because this is what you got to do.
Stan's all good. He's just napping in the van right now. He was very hungry last night and pretty hungry this morning, so yeah, he definitely expelled some calories, and now he's just on the resting and healing for the next couple of days, taking it real easy.
And he's cleaning his paws non-stop all day, cleaning all the little cuts and little small wounds. So we're just gonna keep him inside mostly, except for like pee and poo breaks, and just keep him off the the dirt as much as we can the next couple of days. Again, with this rain, it honestly kind of helps. He hates the rain, so it'll be easy to keep him inside.
That's so true.
And yeah, so there's our
It's our stand update.
there's our 10-minute stand update.
We
for
didn't
y'all.
lose him 10 days into our trip. We still have Stanley.
Yeah, and now
Now we know.
and it's like things are more reinforced, and it just shouldn't happen again. So thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy. Hello.